The MMA India Show.
Coach, three of your students got victory in Thailand. How does it feel?
So actually we came back with a 2-2 record. Sushovan and Akshata got wins, and Adi and Mohit had really hard fought losses. So yeah, it was great experience. It was a great experience. It was the first time Adi Mohit fought on foreign soil, and it was Mohit's pro debut as well. So I think both of them did very well. Lot of lessons for us to come back with. So in overall it was really a great experience.
So, what's the direction that you want to take this team to? Like professionally, like you now have a stable of professional fighters. Like, what's the direction you want to take each and every one of them?
So there is a plan for individual fighters. I mean, when we started off, if you look back 5 years, these guys have been one of the most regular guys on the amateur scene. And now Akshata made her pro debut, Mohit made her pro debut. This was Adi's third pro fight. Navdeep's made his pro debut. So what was once a stable of amateur fighters is now gradually moving on to pro. Obviously, a lot more have come and gone. These guys that have stayed are now taking the next step and making their pro debuts. So that's the natural progression for them. From here, I only want to see them fight tougher opponents, bigger promotions, because the goal for Team Relentless was never to be the big fish in the small pond. We never have been that. Fight for India's #1 team and India's #1 fighters. A lot of other teams that can fight for that. We're going to gun for Asia's #1 team and probably world's #1 team someday.
So, a lot of your guys fought on a single card. Going forward, is that something you visualize, like having all of your fighters fight at single card, or there's something just one off?
Given a choice, I'll have a Team Relentless versus the rest of the world. But I wish some promoter can put his money on me like that. But no, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it helps having more number of fighters on one card, because they have a training camp together, and more each pushing each other. We have a bigger team helping each other through weight cards, through diets, and even like Sushovan, who's one of the veterans of this team, went in and got the first win. Lifts the morale for the rest of the boys. Akshata continued that momentum. And, so it always helps having a lot of guys on one card, because, it's like a team. We travel like a team. We help each other. Becomes easier. But, that's the dream situation. But we'll take it as it comes.
So, it goes without saying that Akshata is one of the most touted prospect in India. Undoubtedly, like international medal, Rama medals, a lot of...
It's funny you say that now. I've been saying that for 5 years. And I'm going to keep saying that till she proves herself. I mean, it's just that, she's not had those big opportunities. And she's not the kind of person who, is out there on Instagram selling herself. But, you'll see that now. And you'll see that more often. You'll see her more often than not getting her hand raised and proving herself.
So, what's the direction you want to take Akshata in? Obviously, she's a very high-level prospect. A lot of interest on her. Is there a specific direction you want to take her, like certain promotions?
See, like I said, for me, for my guys, including Akshata, including Adi, including Navdeep, be it anyone, it's simple. We want tougher fights. We will take a good loss, then take a win which means nothing. So I know for Akshata, it's only going to be tougher fights from here. She's very clear on that there are no easy opponents. It's only going to be tougher fights. There are going to be good days and bad days, but I know in the end she will come out as one of the strongest female fighters that has ever come from India. And it's just something I've been saying for years, and now we'll prove it.
So before going to a top promotion, it's very important to get experience at a lower level. So how many times a year do you want to see Akshata fight, basically?
So just to give you all a background on Akshata, she's a 13-3 amateur, right? I'm sure the amount of amateur wins she has on foreign soil, most females don't, have not even fought that much on international soil. So she has been building up, to get this kind of exposure, this kind of experience, to be able to handle this kind of pressure. So obviously, I would like to see her getting a couple of more fights before, we can get on to some bigger promotions. I mean, it would be nice to get her into a promotion like Invicta, or even one championship, and eventually UFC. And I think, for anybody who's out there, any promoter who's listening, man, give her a chance. Believe me.
So I asked Akshata about her plans. Like she also said that she wants to even try amateur again for Gamma Champion. Is that something you want her to pursue?
So I think that is something which she feels has been left in her repertoire, which is a win at the World Championships. So, why not let her go ahead and do that? I'm sure, we were very confident of her bringing back a medal this time. Unfortunately, 3 days out, she, she contracted jaundice and was down. But I guess that is something which is, left in her, bucket list. So I guess let her tick it off. Why not?
So Team Relentless is becoming one of the top teams in India. Anybody that wants to come and train here. So what would be the process be for them?
So, we have been always open to people coming and training here and training with us, so we've never stopped anybody from training. For us, this mat is open to all. Everyone's an equal. And yeah, I mean, we are open to everybody coming and training with us. We've had a lot of guys that have come and gone and stuff like that and have trained with us. And that's what it is.
So this past week I was in Singapore and I had a chance to talk with Kevin Chan, who is the head of UFC Asia. And I mentioned a couple of fighters from this gym, I won't name right now, and they said that they're actively looking at certain kind of fighters from India. So if Kevin Chen were to look at Akshata, what message would you have for him?
Give her 2 fights, put her in the octagon, you'll get the first Indian win.